Hello and welcome to the That Was Shit podcast.
Yeah, that was shit. 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 That was yeah. That was shit. Boom. That was shit. Woke moment. That was shit. That was shit. Oh.
We changed the name.
This week we watched maybe the worst show of all time.
We watched Laugh Track the show with some clips.
And it was great.
Yeah, it was great. We watched Disjointed on Netflix.
Disjointed episode 1. And I gotta say, it lives up to its name. Quite disjointing. I feel disjointed.
We should go over the that was shit moments from this episode.
Okay.
My favorite that was shit moment, I'm thinking the first part of the episode when she mentions when she's like, this is my son. They don't look anything alike. Right? Okay. And then they put a YouTube video up and the first comment is, why is your son black?
There's this running theme throughout the whole thing about, like, the writers of this show have some weird thing. Maybe it's an obsession, primarily with black people, but secondarily with Jewish people. There's just a bunch of really weird and out of place and uncomfortable jokes about, like...
It's like they're only fucking... Like, they always find a way to mention, like, include a black jab or black reference, like, whenever they talk about these characters. Like, it's their only defining trait is being black.
To the point where anytime this black character is in the scene, you're expecting somebody to say something about it, like... That shit is crazy, dude. I can't believe that just happened.
What a fucking... And then they had these weird cutoff segments, like, between, like, the show. There was, like, these weird ads and stuff. Like, the lawyer ad.
Oh, yeah.
And the fucking... The horse, the cowboy's getting high.
One. Yeah.
And then it's like, if you don't know about getting high, consult your rabbi.
Yeah.
I was like, what?
That joke made no sense. I didn't understand that joke. However, that cowboy part was probably my favorite part of the episode. It made me actually laugh because it was just like...
yeah, that was pretty funny because the voice,
like, so they're like super guttural, like, yeah, like, if you need some marijuana, go ahead and blah, blah, blah. I just thought that was really funny.
Talk to your rabbi.
Yeah, but then he says talk to your rabbi. What the fuck does that mean?
Well, what it was foreshadowing for all the Jewish references and racist jokes to follow.
Yes.
Oh, and another moment when he's like, when she's like, do you watch Caillou? The blonde, the annoying customer who hangs around in the store the whole time. And he's like, I live Caillou.
Dude, so many of the jokes in this show made absolutely zero sense. That was one of them. Like, I lived Caillou. What the hell does that mean?
The laugh track, this show had the most excessive laugh track I've ever heard in my life.
Oh, God.
You have to ask yourself, when are they not laughing? Like, when is the audience not fucking laughing? Because throughout, like, 30 minutes, 27 minutes, they're laughing 26 minutes, I bet. You know
what would have made the show better? Is if they literally added a laugh track in between each line of dialogue. I feel like the laugh track was so excessive, but at the same time, when they didn't use the laugh track, it was just... like awkward, and it's like the shit they're saying to each other is just weird, and you're just like, you wish there was that laugh track when there isn't one, just to fill the silence.
There wasn't any music, was there?
Only the fucking like Monsters Inc. music, like whatever genre that is, that plays in the transitions, like Italian, like pasta making music or some shit like that plays in the transitions between scenes. That's the only music. I wonder what the budget was on this show.
Let me look it up. Just the overall story of this show, the first episode, they really establish so that it's like, oh, this mom and her son, and then these other dudes hanging out, working there.
Yeah.
Like, they don't actually do any work. They're just like bitching and doing Australian accents and being dumb.
Right, yeah. So I want to bring bring up again the fact that like the entire dynamic between the old lady and her black son is that it's an old lady and she has a black son. Like that's the entire dynamic between the two of them. That's
the only thing.
Every time they talk to each other, they're talking about it. Just,
they don't look anything alike.
They don't look anything alike. Yeah. But yeah, so they're just like running a marijuana shop, and her black son is like a businessman and he wants to improve the business, but she's stubborn about it because she's an old lady.
Yeah, he wants to like monopolize it. He wants to have like locations all over the country. He's like, let's open 1,000 of these places.
And what was
which
that?
It's really unrealistic.
Yeah, but what was that that phrase that she kept saying? Helo? Is that what it was?
Oh, I want to heal you.
Oh, yeah.
Because she wants to heal and help them. They explain this joke. Yeah.
Yeah, like every time you hear a joke and you're like, oh, I get it. Afterwards, they like explain it. Like the characters talk about it to make sure you understood.
That's the best part. Yeah, I love when they explain the jokes to me.
Yeah, it reminds me a lot of Dan Schneider, the most recent like Dan Schneider shows, like Henry Danger and shit like that. Just very random, very very not funny. I don't know. It felt like somebody in their head was like, whoa, like what if we take a Dan Schneider show and we put it in a weed store? Like I wouldn't be surprised if Dan Schneider was somehow behind the scenes on this shit.
It was just like Big Bang Theory meets cannabis culture to me.
Yes. Yeah.
I'm looking at the ratings for this show. I am fucking shocked. This show on IMDb is 6.8 out of 10.
Wow.
How?
Because people are fucking are high off their ass when they watch it.
Wouldn't they be terrified of all the laughing and shit that's just not funny?
I guess so. Yeah, it would just amplify the the uncomfortableness of the whole thing.
I wouldn't. This is not a good high watch.
Dude, there was also that fucking PTSD scene, like the animated PTSD scene. That was scary.
Yeah, for the security guard, she's like, "Are you worried?" And then he's like, "No." And then it just cuts on his. It just zooms in on his face and it goes to some weird animated fucking scene.
Like it's
yeah.
Like an animated portrayal of his PTSD, like taking over his mind. And it was fucking crazy. So, I mean, that's his whole character is that
he doesn't like weed.
He doesn't like weed, and he's a veteran, and he has PTSD. Oh, and also, dude, there was one joke. This white lady came into the dispensary, and he was behind the desk. Or basically, she was like, I'm just quoting. She was like, I thought that he was being mean and rude because he's black, but it's just because he has PTSD. It's like, it's a real joke that's in the show.
The show is closeted racist, not even closeted.
Dude, they're halfway out.
Yeah.
They're fucking R. Kelly with this shit, with this racism shit.
And then the other girl, she's like, I grew up in Iowa and we had like meth and crack. And then he's like, oh, that must have been tough or whatever. And then she's like, yeah, and being around weed reminds me of that. And he's like, are you comparing weed to crack? That's like comparing an apple
to weed and crack. To meth and crack.
And she's like, yeah, it's the same thing. And it's like, what?
Oh, damn, yeah.
Why do you work there?
Dude, the only reason that they had her say that was to make that joke. That's like comparing apples to meth and crack. Like that's the only reason they had her say that was so that they could do that joke.
It was, yeah, and it really landed with the laugh track people. I mean, they loved it.
Yeah, the people in the live studio audience thought that was great.
I guarantee there was no live studio. I bet they just pressed a button, bro.
They're definitely pressing a button. Yeah.
Yeah.
They had a fucking laugh track DJ back there.
No. If this was a live studio audience, they must have threatened to kill off every single generation of their families if they didn't laugh at every part of the show. Because holy shit, these people could not stop laughing.
They were high off their asses too, and so it was. They just, I don't know.
They give them like edibles before they're like, here, eat this cake. It's like fucking 20,000 milligrams of weed.
They're having fucking panic attacks and shit in the live studio audience, like laughing like a crazy person, like
Jeez. This show was oh man. And they what was the other Jewish reference they made? It was like really weird and out of place.
Oh yeah, I think the girl asked the black guy if he was Jewish from the waist down. I'm pretty sure that's what she said.
And he's like, no, I'm only half Jewish.
And the reason it's like the only way to, because his whole character and like every joke at his expense is like
I'm black.
I'm black. I'm half black, half Jewish. And so yeah, it's like, oh.
But yeah, I mean, shit, man, what a show. Honestly,
Yeah,
like
I really enjoyed it. It was really bad.
this was a show that was so bad it's funny.
Yeah.
Which is like way better than the last shit we reviewed, which was, you know, the reason we didn't do a second review of that show was because Jagger got too upset.
I couldn't do it anymore, man. I couldn't keep watching that shit. Look, this episode, we just watched like 27 minutes. The episodes of the Sex and the City show are like fucking 50 minutes.
I've been watching all of them and taking notes. It's the sad part.
I feel like this is a better format. I feel like we figured out a better format here. A little more streamlined.
One episode of shitty shows. Netflix, really, a lot of bangers on Netflix out there. So
yeah, there's got to be plenty of shit to indulge in. Yeah, but all right, John, what would you rate this show out of 10?
Well, this was so bad that it was funny, so I got to give it some points.
Well, okay, we should do like two separate scores. One, ignoring the fact that it was sort of enjoyable because it was so bad, and then one including that. You know what I mean?
I mean, honestly, this show was kind of a fresh take on racism, you know? Like, not that many shows nowadays are brave enough to do what this show did.
Yeah. Really groundbreaking stuff.
Shit. I don't know. I'll give it like a 2 out of 10.
Okay.
What about you?
I probably also give it a 2. I give it a 2 out of 10. But if we include the fact, like, because I really did enjoy watching it, despite the fact that it was so bad, so I'd probably give it, with that in mind, I'd probably give it, you know what? No, I still give it a 2 out of 10.
Yeah.
It actually doesn't get any points for that.
Oh, I can't believe they got Kathy Bates to do it. That's pretty funny.
Pretty crazy, yeah, that lady from Misery. And wow, like, the state of her career, man. The state of her career. Wait, did you ever see what the budget was for the show?
Oh, I'm trying to find it. It's fucking... I know they canceled it after one season.
Oh, they did. It looks like they just don't even have that listed. They don't want anyone to know.
They don't even know how much they spent.
Yeah, how much they fucking wasted on that bullshit.
Watch it be like 40 million.
40 mil? Oh, god damn. I bet you it was like, to me that...
Oh, that's a good idea. We should do a segment called Guess the Budget.
Oh, yeah, that's a really good idea. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we wouldn't have an answer for this episode, but, you know, for future ones, we would know. We'll do it. Mm-hmm. What was your guess?
Dude, I give it a 2 out of 10, and I figure it probably had like a $2 million budget or some shit.
You think so?
Yeah.
2 million? Damn.
What do you think?
I don't know. I mean, those animators. I'm thinking about the animated scenes and that shit.
Yeah, I didn't even think
like
about that.
Like, that shit must have actually... They put money into that. That's only episode 1, and they did a whole season of that shit.
It's probably like 10. Like
I was going to say like 10.
10.
I'll go a little higher. I'll go 13 million.
13 mil. I feel like we're probably around the... we probably got it about right.
Watch an article come out tomorrow. Be like, "Oh, Netflix spent $100 million."
Oh my god.
Yeah, I mean,
well, they still got Squid Games, you know. You can't win them all.
Yeah.
can't all be home runs.
No, but yeah, I mean, it was an enjoyable watch, definitely. I mean, it was a fun watch. It was funny. It was like funny bad. I'd encourage you guys, if you're ever at a party and you're all high and fucked up and you're like, what can we watch? You put this on, people will be laughing. People will be like, oh, this shit sucks.
Yeah, give it a shot.
Give it a shot. Yeah, check it out.
That one part, the first time that the Asian girl starts talking to her mom on the phone.
Oh yeah. And you didn't get subtitles for it, and I did.
I didn't have the subtitles for it, so I literally thought that you're just sitting there and you don't know what they're saying, but the laugh track is going every like 3 seconds, so I'm like, what's going on?
They're just like laughing at the idea that she's speaking
That's
Mandarin.
What I thought
like,
it was. I thought it was just like, whoa, like
whoa, she's not speaking English.
She's speaking a different language, guys.
Yeah, that was fucking funny. No, but at the start, like the first sentence wasn't a joke that she said. They literally were just laughing at her speaking a different language.
Racism, man. They really.
Yeah, they had another language scene too. The show featured 3 different languages. It's pretty rare for a first episode.
It did. What do you mean, the guy with the Australian accent?
No. the girl like speaking Spanish and Portuguese on the phone. The other girl.
Oh,
wasn't it like another? I don't know.
Fuck, I must have missed that, dude. I must have repressed that part.
I couldn't hear it over the laugh track. Yeah.
But yeah, give it a 2. Give it a solid 2.
Yep. Solid 2. Pretty good.
Yeah, pretty good. Pretty good. Like what? On a scale, like if 5 is average and 0 is just unwatchable.
I think 5 is effort.
5's effort. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. Like there was some effort going on. Like we said, like they spent some money on it. But I feel like
it's not about
the writing
the money
side
with
of
the
things.
Effort. Yeah, it's like writing, like idea effort. I don't know, like
like you give them points. Like you can tell that they
thought about it.
Well, here's the thing, though. What if the writers are just really stupid? Like they thought about it, but they're just really stupid.
We gotta. So they're the quality of effort, I guess. The
quality of effort.
Like I don't know.
Yeah, I guess. I guess. Yeah.
We gotta make it qualitative. I mean, if just shitty. Don't hire shitty people. That's the point. Don't hire idiots.
Yeah, like when you come out with this show. And you spent fucking $15 million on it, and then it gets canceled. What the hell do you expect? Like, did you watch it before you released it?
I mean, at that point, it's too late. But
I guess
how about
so.
this? How about
did you read the script?
My pet peeve of all these bad shows, I'm noticing a common theme, and it's like when they make like a character that's like of a different background or race or whatever, you don't have to make that their only defining trait. Like these bad shows have that in common. Like if there's a gay character, that's the only thing they do. That's the only thing they talk about.
Yeah.
All they do, they're as gay as possible. Black character, only black jokes. We have to really point out they're black every 5 seconds.
Right. Yeah.
It's really really fucked up. But
I like when they read the script in their head. Does it come across as like, oh, like they're including like diverse jokes, like diversity jokes or something?
You
like,
think
like I don't know, like
they must know
we need diversity in there, and it looks like they've checked that box off, so we're good. Run it. I just don't know. Like, did they actually read it, and they must have just skimmed it?
No, they have like an executive that's like, we need more diversity. Throw more black jokes.
Yeah, like that's equals diversity. Yeah.
Oh, put a rabbi reference in the cowboy scene. Ugh.
I feel like I feel like we just about said everything.
I mean, I'm glad they made him half black and Jewish. I feel like that's a good idea.
Yeah.
Really grill him for that.
Yeah.
Can we talk about this blonde lady just a little bit? The blonde lady who hangs around the store. That character.
Oh, I forgot about her. Yeah.
Awful.
She's the one that was really racist and said that she thought the guy was rude because he was black.
And then the final scene when she's like licking the steering wheel.
Ew, I thought she was
oil.
I thought she was straight up masturbating
like
beneath the thing. Yeah, I don't understand that part. I thought Because she was so high that I don't know what happened. Did she forget to like turn the car on, and so she was trying to turn the wheels, or
I don't know. I feel like she was just trying to stroke it, bro.
she was just
She looked like
stroking?
she was trying to she was like practicing for later for her husband, I guess.
Oh yeah, dang, fucking my man's fucking left curve gang. That is an epic curve.
It's just a fucking circle. Oh my god.
My man's got a straight up semicircle.
She's with like some monster. Oh my god, yeah. But there's so many unfunny jokes in this show. It's like awesome. It's like incredible how you can be this unfunny.
I thought it was
like constantly.
I thought it was good how that white lady, she came in. She was pretty much like I hate my life. I'm gonna kill myself. And then the old lady has her smoke weed, and she comes back and she's like, I'm so ready to face the world, and I'm so ready to like be a good mother to my children and shit like that.
Yeah, and then they talk about how weed's like meth and crack right after.
Yeah.
So it's like what? Jesus.
Mixed signals. Dude, they really only did that to make that joke about the apples and meth and crack.
That was so bad.
That was terrible.
But yeah, I mean, if you guys have any shows or movies you want us to watch, feel free to leave a comment.
Yes.
For sure.
Please do.
This was awesome. Honestly, I probably will get really fucked up and watch episode 2 sometime, but I'm going to make other people do it.
Yeah.
With me.
Of course, yeah. I think in summation, that was shit. 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 Yeah, that was shit. Boom. That was shit. Whoa, moment. That was shit. That was shit. Oh.